Connecticut visits Syracuse. Connecticut getting 4 points in a Big East matchup. Boy, this would be one heck of a basketball game. This is football, but as much as we'd like it to be basketball, still, you lay 11 and 10, you pick a winner, you get paid in the end. I like Connecticut in this game. The way I do my metrics, Connecticut has a little bit better numbers in every single category that I look at. Syracuse has had a slightly tougher schedule, so that has to enter into it. But really, I think the pedigrees on these two teams are very, very similar. I'm getting 4 points. I think it's going to be a pretty low-scoring game. Both defenses have been pretty tough, so I'm going to take the 4 and root for the dog in this one. Chuck Edel, your thoughts on this game?
You definitely have the edge defensively. I mean, they're the 4th-ranked best defense right now, statistically-wise, in the country. Connecticut is offensively. You know, they lost last week to Temple, but they were missing their running back for that game. McCombs, he's going to be back this week. He's a big part of the offense because that opens up things for Whitmer, the quarterback. But defensively, we saw Syracuse a couple weeks back score 14 points against Pitt, get shut out the rest of the way. Last week, they turned the ball over a bunch in that game. But if Connecticut's going to get the job done, they got to go with that defense. But it's been doing a great job all year.
I'm looking at Syracuse. The last 3 weeks, they scored 15 against Rutgers, 14 against Pitt, 10 against Minnesota. That's their last 3 games. They're very challenged offensively. Connecticut is too, but the difference is I'm getting 4 points in this game.
I think that's the key. If I'm going to lay points, I have to be able to score. And you're not getting that so far this year with Syracuse. So you have a game that should be low scoring, and you're getting over a field goal. The only way I could look is to the dog. I made my line 2.5, and I thought I was being generous based on them playing in Syracuse. So I agree with you 100%. I like the dog in this spot. I think when the bettors get involved, they're going to back the favorite, Syracuse at home. But I think the value's the other way.
You got the ex-Syracuse coach, coaching.
Exactly.
Connecticut,
yes.
Yeah, believe me, he wants to win this game. A little chip on his shoulder
and
as well.
And his players want to show up for him.
Absolutely, because they do like playing for him.
They do, yes.
Yeah, he's a player's coach.
I could see this game being a field goal game. I think VR hit it right on the head. I mean, you're getting 4 points in a game, which is a coin flip basically.
I talked about what Syracuse has scored themselves. Connecticut, on the other hand, let's look what they've given up in their last couple of games. 17 to Temple, and you know what, Chuck? They gave up that one touchdown with 17 seconds left. I know because I had Connecticut in that game. But so they give 17 to Temple, 19 to Rutgers, 17 to Buffalo. Western Michigan is not a bad team. They gave 30 to them. But before that, 21-10, and they shut out Massachusetts. So a very solid defense that shows up just about every single week. So I think they're in this game. I think it's going to be, like I said, two very similar teams. I'm getting the 4 points. I don't give Syracuse this isn't those teams from 20 years ago.
I agree. There's no McNabb in there.
No.
And right up your alley, you got the public perception because Connecticut lost to Temple last week, even though you said they gave them the touchdown. They were missing their best offensive weapon is McCombs. They were missing their best offensive weapon, and now they're going on the road to Syracuse. I think spot-wise and value-wise for the number, it's a good play.
All right, we've talked about it. I'm going to make it official. I'm going with Connecticut and their strong defense against the Syracuse team that has a lot of trouble putting points on the board. I'm taking Connecticut with the 4. I think this game goes all the way down to the end. Probably a field goal decides it one way or the other. And with a dog, that gives the advantage to me.
I agree. I'd look at the money line on Connecticut, too.
I probably will throw
a very winnable game.
Yeah, but definitely the points, because this is definitely one of those games.
Exactly,
the points are
in
a lower scoring game. When you get these low scoring games,
points are premium.
Exactly.
I agree. I agree.
Yeah, I mean, if this was 17-16 final, I don't think any of us would be so surprised. Okay, well, thank you for watching, and you can see all these videos at pregame.tv. Coming up next, we're going to talk about Florida State at Miami. Chuck Edel is going to give his play on that game. Florida State, a 20-point favorite over Miami. Once again, thanks for watching on pregame.tv.